exciting. Very exciting.
I'm
Great
excited.
debate going today. Great debate going on today.
This is serious.
Serious stuff.
It's very serious.
This is serious stuff. This has
been brewing.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. It has been brewing, and it's been brewing for quite some time.
Yeah.
But
I got facts.
I got papers.
Yeah.
Right. I am like
old
a
school,
news reporter.
New
right.
New
I'm like a news reporter. When I brought this in, Dimitri was like, "What do you have in your hand?" I was like, "This is called a paper."
Paper. It has printed words on it.
That's right. Shout out to Dimitri Lindo, our producer.
Producer Dimitri, super producer.
Super producer, right? This guy's going to be, he's so sought after in this office.
I tell you, though, if it wasn't for him, I would not be shooting a video. I could not figure this out.
Look at that desk. Like, you guys can't see it.
Yeah.
We're going live right now in the podcast studio at KW. Right? That's Dimitri Lindo. Everybody wants to know what Dimitri looks like. That's Dimitri Lindo, okay?
Yeah.
There he is. There he is.
He's a human. He's real.
He is a real person, right? That's number one. Number two, we're going to talk about why Dimitri's so important to this office. Mike nor any of us know what any of this do.
Oh, like those chords? Those chords are all like another language.
That's right. That's right. Dr. Peter Andolina has joined the live.
Oh.
Shout out to Dr. Peter Andolina. Dr. Peter Andolina is my oldest friend.
No way.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say that's your doctor.
No. He's actually fired me. He's actually fired me from being his patient. He's fired me a number of times. He was the best man at my wedding.
Patient, I could see why he got fired.
He was the best man at my wedding, right? He was the best man at my wedding. And we've been friends. We've been friends since we're 12 years old, right? And he fired me as his patient. He says, "I will no longer give you medical advice because you do not listen to me."
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that's what he told me a long time ago. He told me that quite some time ago. But here's Mike Brown over there. And today, what we're talking about on the Instagram, on the podcast,
this is a very serious topic today. We are talking about why on earth would anyone live in Long Island?
And I am talking about what craziness makes people go to Westchester. and what's even crazier, to be honest with both of you, it's even crazier. Dr. Peter Andolina, the plastic surgeon that I'm talking about, my buddy.
He lives in Westchester.
He grew up in the Bronx. Then he went to New Rochelle, which is part of Westchester, as we know. And now he lives in Long Island. And do you know why he lives in Long Island?
He's married someone from Long Island.
Just better.
No, I wouldn't go that far. He's married. The wife made him go.
Just better.
That's the only reason why you would end up in Long Island.
The job took him there, right? The job took him there, but
he wouldn't go on purpose.
Of course he would.
Right?
Of course he would. Of course he would.
No one moves to Long Island on purpose. No one moves to Long Island to sit in traffic on purpose.
What? Okay.
Right,
I said from the beginning of this. Did you start recording? Are we recording?
You ready?
I said from the beginning, I am going to concede. Traffic of Long Island is worse.
That is the worst.
Before we discuss anything, I just want to throw that out there. Yeah, I cannot debate that.
Like 8 Mile,
I cannot debate that for a second.
My parents are divorced. I do.
Right? Yeah.
Just get it all out of the way. Get all the bad stuff
We're getting it out of the way. Traffic in Long Island is worse. There is no question.
Horrendous.
Right? Dimitri, grab the phone here. Right?
See, he got papers, so I need my phone. He's got real facts.
We have actual papers here. Perhaps I'm aging myself with print and paper, but
totally.
This is where we were at.
All right. So let's set it off. All right. So we kind of got it out in the open.
Right.
When I did some research, Long Island is literally a dead end trap.
Long Island is literally a dead end trap.
Because you kind of get on the island and then it just goes to the end and it falls off.
So I'm going to tell you the reason why I live in Long Island is because I missed an exit and I just decided to live there. No, I'm just kidding.
One exit past Queens.
Yeah. So Long Island versus Westchester. Now we're doing things a little bit different on this podcast. We're going to be talking about two separate things.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about the macroeconomy of Long Island versus Westchester, and then we're going to be talking about the microeconomy of Lynbrook, where I reside, and West Harrison, where Mike resides.
West Harrison, baby.
Right?
Meatball Hill, baby.
Right, Meatball.
Stand up.
Right. So Mike is proud to live somewhere referred to as Meatball Hill. That in of itself is quite odd. But
it's old school. See, Lynbrook has no no je ne sais quoi.
Oh, well,
no,
hold
no
on,
style,
Mike.
No real
Mike,
name.
Mike,
This
just
is
so
called
you know,
Lynbrook.
Mike, just so you know, the architect that designed Brooklyn
Yeah.
was from Lynbrook, and that's what Lynbrook is backwards.
Oh,
All right,
so
that's
they
what it
stole
is.
their name from Brooklyn.
No, we
You see
gave
that?
Brooklyn their
You see that?
name, right?
They're not
we
authentic.
gave Brooklyn their name, whereas it's as authentic as it gets. We're the originators, right? We're the originators. But so
man.
tell me, what have been unveiled to you?
So my research tells me that why would anyone want to live? No, okay. All right, let's get to the nitty gritty.
Yeah. We want the meat and potatoes
High
here.
society versus real culture.
High society. So what are they saying? Westchester's real culture?
Real culture. You
What,
ever been to Rye?
What? I don't want to talk about what kind of culture Rye is.
You ever been to Tarrytown and walked down? So I'll tell you a funny story. For Father's Day, I wanted my family said, "Oh, my family was like, what do you want to do for Father's Day?" And I said, I want to walk around Tarrytown and go to a few shops, go to a few restaurants, try a few margaritas, that kind of thing. Nothing committal. And it was a blast.
Okay.
I don't think there's anywhere in Long Island you can do that.
I feel like I have to take you to Long Island because I know you can do that at Westchester.
Yeah.
But you actually been out. We've been out in Rockville Center. We've been out in Rockville Center
but
together.
You could get killed, crossing the street.
Well, so yes, there are. So you have to be alert to live in Long Island. You can't just move through. You need to look at traffic signs, right? You have to understand how to read walk and don't walk, that kind of thing. But I'll tell you, Long Island, remember, Long Island's an island. There's a ton of coastal places, right? I live in Lynbrook. The next town over from me is Oceanside. And Oceanside is exactly that. It's on the Long Island Sound. On Thursday night, my wife and I are having dinner at a place called Pete's Clam Bar. Okay. Right? Facing the water. Okay. So, yes, there are places,
it could be
right?
Sexy,
then
right?
remember, we have the Nautical Mile. Right, in Freeport.
It's a mall.
Freeport, right? Freeport is, the sign for Freeport says like fishing capital of the East or something like that. I don't know how true it is. I don't fish, right? There's nothing attractive to me about fishing,
Nautical Mile versus the Westchester Mall.
Right. Nautical Mile, well, look. We can't bring malls into the game.
Oh,
don't bring malls into the game.
Now we're about to get into
Don't bring malls into the game because Roosevelt Field will blow them all away, right? You could take Westchester and you could take the one in, what is that one?
Cross County?
You could take Westchester and you could take Cross County and it's still not as big as Roosevelt Field.
Cross County is the largest outdoor mall in America.
What? Cross County?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's the largest outdoor ear mall in America.
Hold on one second. Yes. Mr. Producer, we need to fact check that. Can we fact check that for a second, please? Yeah, we need fact check on that. All right, we need to. I
feel like this is like a CNN debate.
Right. What is the largest outdoor mall in America? Because I can't. Well, it might make me.
I mean, Long Island's just got a bunch of strip malls. So you can get hit.
So Long Island has a lot of things, right? Like I say, Long Island has more 7-Elevens. More
7-Elevens.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Cross County.
I don't think Cross County's on there, buddy. They ain't that big.
It's huge.
We can walk around Cross County in a few minutes. We did that seminar there, and it was
Bold.
Right, we did Bold there, and we moved around pretty quickly. But yeah,
he's fact checking. I think he's using
all right.
wrong.
In the meanwhile, while he's doing what he got to.
All right, we're gonna.
So the Westchester folk make up facts, just so we're clear. This is what happens, right? I show up with paper.
Largest outdoor ear mall. Put largest outdoor ear
Please,
mall.
Please just drop it. We only have 30 minutes.
All right.
Just drop it. So tell me about what your information said, and now I'll tell you about mine.
All right. So I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, something about Stepford Wives.
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to comment on the people, right? To me, the people are the same everywhere.
They're awesome.
Right? The people.
I would say the people in Westchester are a lot better.
The people in Westchester are a lot better. Okay, I can't say that. I have to say that we have to go town by town, like block by block. Like I always say, I hit the block lottery. That's what I say. I hit the block lottery. My neighbors are so wonderful, so inviting. They're such great people, right? However, your next door neighbor was not wonderful, but they're moving. They're moving. Yeah, it's very exciting. So, but you've had issues, right?
I never have issues,
right?
I've had issues,
right? You've had issues, right? Now, I'm not gonna lie. Recently, I did some work on my house, and I had a little bit of an issue too about a property line.
Oh, right.
Right. I just brought it. The guy forgets I'm a real estate professional. I know what to do.
He had like, what do you had 3 surveyors?
So I had one survey done when I bought the house, of course, and then I had another survey done that's called a drop stake. So the drops, or not drop stake, I'm sorry, stakeout.
That's right.
Right. So the stakeout now, what it does is they come and they physically put wooden stakes in the ground,
Right.
depicting where my property line ends.
Because he was trying to say, hey, you're encroaching on his.
Yes, that's right. Because he put sprinklers on my property. So that was the problem. That was where the issue arose. He wasn't rude. We were always civil, which is one thing I give him. Right? We were always civil. Right?
That's a good thing.
We were always civil, and I haven't seen him since then. So I don't know if he's going to say hello to me, but if he doesn't, it's life. But it was something that I needed for my family. Right? I needed that space. And
you did things the right way.
And I did things.
You were civil. You weren't like,
right. And I there's no point. Right? He's my next door neighbor. What else did they say about Westchester versus Long Island?
So I know Long Island's got a few beaches, but they're so overcrowded.
Depends on where you go, buddy.
If you go to Jones Beach,
Jones Beach is abusive, right? Jones Beach is rough. Robert Moses is rough, right?
I used to love Jones Beach because they had the pool, but now it's just like, why would you even go to that pool?
Well, look, now you're in a position where you have your town pool.
In Westchester, we have a town pool.
Right. You have your town pool that you pay whatever it is, $600, $800 for the summer. Right. And no, look, my buddies, when I talked to my buddies about getting a pool, they told me, they were like, bro, if that pool, because our Lynbrook pool is about 4 blocks from my house.
Oh,
right.
My God.
And literally, my wife, sometimes she'll go there, right, while I'm doing open house.
Yeah.
And I'll come back home, I'll park, and I'll walk to the pool and I'll meet her.
Totally.
Right? That's how close it is.
Yep.
But they were like, look, you don't have. Highway? I do have to cross Sunrise Highway. Yes, I do. I do read the signs. I do read the signs.
I don't want you to get hit.
I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be all right because I can read the signs. I can read the signs. And you can see me from pretty far away. You know what I'm saying? But let's, so you stand in line.
All right. So the beaches.
Once again, if you're a beach person, it's a place to live, right?
Yeah, okay.
Right? If you're a beach person,
options.
Right? If you're a beach person, it's a place that I don't like the beach.
Right.
I like the pool. Right? I don't like the beach. But there are so many small nook parks that back into beaches.
Don't you have to be like a resident of that town?
No.
Like Lido Beach, my cousins, you'd have to be a resident of the town to go use Lido Beach.
Here's the thing. There's one by me. I want to say it's Hewlett Park. I can't remember what park it is, but that one you go to, there's a pool and there's a beach. And you just pay in and you pay $15. Right? Or whatever it is, and you go in. Now, if I want, like my daughter, every summer she gets this thing where she wants to go to the beach. So if we do that, where we go to the beach, I go there.
Got it.
Right? I go there. I just go there. We park. It's like 15, 20 minutes from my house.
Okay, that's doable.
It's very workable,
kind of like
right?
going to Rye.
Right, exactly. It's like going to Rye. And
Oakland Beach.
Oakland, I've never heard of that. That's a Westchester Beach?
Any Long Island. No, I'm just kidding. I love Oakland Beach. You know what I love about it?
What?
You can't go too far in.
Why? Oh, you're familiar with Oakland Beach as well?
No, there's a line. And there's like guys on kayaks, and your kids can't go far.
That's great.
So that's perfect.
Yeah.
I don't have to leave my seat. Although it's like they say you cannot let your kids go in the water unattended.
Yeah, look.
But both my kids are in swim teams.
So both your kids are in swim teams, number one. Number two, they're not really unattended. Right. You're watching them.
Right.
What they're concerned about are the idiots that go to the pool in the park and they leave their kids. They let the kids babysit themselves and the phone babysits them. Yeah. That's what they're concerned about, right? Because we have a lot of those parental idiots now.
Oh God.
Right? We have a lot of those parental idiots.
And you wonder why kids have problems with the phones.
Right? No, 100%, bro. 100%.
It's not even my kid's fault. It's like they mimic us.
Right. One, they mimic us, but here's the difference, right? This is a discussion I've had with my daughter. The phone for us is a tool for us to make money.
That's right.
Right? We have to provide for our family, and the phone is a tool,
vehicle,
right? It is a vehicle for that. It is a different thing. If I didn't need to use the phone in order to transact business, right? Then I would use the phone less. I would put it away, right? Even when I go home, sometimes I'll put my phone up and 2 hours I won't touch it. Like it's just there, right? Whatever it's going to be.
Put it on a charger, walk away from it. Yeah,
walk away from it because the disconnect from the phone is a nice thing, right? It's a nice thing. But when you go to these events, I'll tell you, I went to Chuck E. Cheese not too long ago, and this family. Right, these 2-3 little girls came over because we were cutting a cake. Yeah, and they stayed with us for 40 minutes.
No way.
Before the mom realized that they were gone. 40 minutes.
That's crazy.
Those kids had dipping dots with us. Those kids had ice cream cake with us.
Lord knows if they had any allergies, anything, right?
Nothing. But the problem was that we were telling them, go get your parents. Right, and they were like, "Oh, my mom's. We don't know where she's at."
That would never happen in Westchester.
What?
That's a long.
That was Brooklyn, actually, Mike. Where you're from? Just so we're clear, this was the Chuck E. Cheese on the Conduit, right? This was on the North Conduit. This was the Chuck E. Cheese on the Conduit, right? Now, let us be very clear about something here from a compliance real estate point of view. We are not steering anyone.
No steering.
We are discussing.
No steering. We're just making light and having fun with the communities.
Right.
I hands down think Westchester's better.
Right.
You can.
Now let me tell you why. If we're gonna shrink it down now from Westchester versus Long Island.
I wasn't done.
What? Well, you're gonna be done now because we're running out of time.
All right.
So we're gonna shrink it down now from Westchester versus Long Island to West Harrison versus Lynbrook.
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about this. So West Harrison is where Mike resides, as I said, and I'm from Lynbrook. Meatball Hill, as it's called. So according to the stats, right, West Harrison has a higher income, right, which I could believe. I can believe that 100%, right? But one of the best things about Lynbrook is that the median home price is less.
I could see that.
Right? It is less, right?
Now, let me ask you, does Lynbrook have your mix of single family and two family?
There, from what I understand, there were.
Do you have a two family?
I do. I have the last two family that was grandfathered in Lynbrook ever, which was like 50 years ago. The lady, when we went to see that house, the woman was walking with a walker. The woman that owned it, she ended up selling it to her tenant while we lived on the block. Wow. So the tenant is a wonderful pastor of an African denominational church. I don't know, like some kind of African Christianity, right? And he said to me. She said to me, because I had spoken to her about it, I was like, look, she was like, look, he's agreed to keep me until I pass in this apartment at a set rate. I was like, that is a wonderful, beautiful person. Yep. You need to, you know, so
I think what drives that up in my neighborhood, like on my block, there are a few two families, and like they're like new two families. So, you know, one just sold for 1.3 last year. Right. So that drives up the average.
The average price, 100%. Because here it says it's roughly between 825 to 1.05 million. Right, for the houses. Median home price in Lynbrook ranges between 790 and 900,000. Right.
And I would say that's probably mostly because it's all single family.
I would say that number one, and number two, I have to be honest with you. I feel like Lynbrook is a little bit of a pocket that people don't know about. I feel like
what's it in between? What's it?
So it's between Valley Stream and Oceanside.
Got it.
Right, but depending on the approach, you could hit East Rockaway first. Right, depending on the approach.
So you go over the Five Towns Bridge?
Right. It is an approach that I do take sometimes.
Okay.
When I'm coming back from Brooklyn, sometimes it will take me through Five Towns. It will take me up the belt through the Conduit, and I will get off by JFK. And I will pass through.
You never want to find yourself driving at any.
Once again, I have already conceded that the traffic of Long Island is worse. I've already conceded. But one of the good things about Lynbrook versus your neighborhood, right? Being an owner in your neighborhood is a very sweet thing because there's only as of today there are about 16 to 22 active listings in your neighborhood. Right?
Believe it.
In 11563, which is the zone of Lynbrook, there are 75 to 80. Right, active listings, right? But that is because Lynbrook is 3 times the size of West Harrison.
I could see that.
So that makes sense.
That makes
right?
sense. Yep.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Now, if you're looking, for example, right, for all my people out there that are looking to buy a home and you want to live a suburban life, access to the city, access to the LIRR, right? Because the LIRR from my home, when I walk out my front door, it's exactly 1 mile.
That's one challenge for me. We have to go to White Plains. So if you live in West Harrison, you have to go to the White Plains train station, which is about 8 minutes.
Right. So
drive.
So that's got to be about probably 1.5, 2 miles.
It's about 2.5 miles.
Right.
And then, or you got to go to Harrison, which is 20-minute drive across town. That's the pain in the Yeah. So we don't do that. We go to White Plains.
So you go to White Plains. So look,
and we park there. Or we'll take the bus from our house.
Right.
And take the bus to the train and then get on the train.
So how much does it cost to park there? You have no idea?
I have no idea.
Okay. So for us, it's $5.
You should take away my credit card.
Yeah.
just for all intents and
for
purposes.
us, it's $5 for 24 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. So if I park there, it's $5 for 24 hours. I can leave my car there.
I would say that is probably cheaper than it is at the White Plains train station.
So there's going to be a lot of noticeable differences, right? Now, one of the other one is going to be one thing that I forgot to look up, and I don't know if you could pull it now. I want to see how taxation compares.
Ooh,
if we do
what's the average? So what are your taxes?
So my taxes on my house, I have a 40 by 100, and my taxes on my house are actually 45 by 100, something like that. And the taxes on my house are about 17 to 18.
Okay.
Right? For my house.
So you're taxed higher than mine.
Right.
Your lot is probably I'm a 50, 60 by 100.
Right. So you're getting more space.
Yeah.
Right? You're getting more space.
And my taxes are
a little
11.
Lower. Well, that's unbelievably cheap. Yeah. Right? That's unbelievably cheap, right? 11.
And I think mostly for my town because Harrison, Harrison, you have the office parks.
Okay.
You got a lot of industry that offsets a big part of our taxes.
Right. Right. No, that's really good, especially if that's village and school tax.
Yeah.
That's a really good tax.
I'm not in the village, thank God.
Oh, okay. So we are in the village.
So that's where you get banged.
Yeah, we are in the village.
And that, just so you know, all you people out there looking in Westchester, if you're looking in a place like that's a village, you do pay an additional village tax.
That you do.
Right? So those taxes in the villages tend to be higher than the taxes in the town or city.
So a lot of people that are looking for homes in Lynbrook, right, from a real estate perspective, they're commuters to Manhattan. Right, they're commuters to Manhattan because the train is right there, right? Yep. They also you have 3 different school districts that spread out of Lynbrook, which is a unique thing about Lynbrook.
3 different high schools or 3 different middle schools or.
So it's 3 different school districts depending on where you live.
Oh, got it.
Right?
In Lynbrook.
In Lynbrook, right? In the town of Lynbrook. Like I live in the town of Lynbrook. Yeah, I live in the town of Lynbrook. So my daughter attends Valley Stream.
Got it.
Right. Then what happens is that just a few blocks over they attend Lynbrook, and then as you go down Sunrise Highway they attend Malvern.
Got it.
You have a couple different ones. However,
could your kid go to Malvern?
No.
You don't have the option.
No.
You have to go to Valley Stream.
Once again, I feel like we really struck gold because the Lynbrook schools, from what I understand, because of Evan Ramlokin, right, our architect,
Top
guy,
architect,
one of the best architects we've ever met. He lives in Lynbrook, and his kids attended Lynbrook schools, and his wife is very happy with the Lynbrook school. I'm very happy with our school, right? So the taxation, there are other things that you get for the taxes when you live in these suburbs, like attending these events at the parks.
Oh my God,
right? That's a big one.
There's an event in there's a summer picnic.
Right. So like one of the things that I would love to attend this year, but I probably won't because we're going to be traveling for July 4th. We have an event. My nephew. Shout out to my nephew. Avinash graduated. He's an engineer, engineering degree. Yeah. He's a twin, and his sister is in law school. And they are, and they're from Brooklyn. Yeah. They're from Ditmas Park. That's right. Right, Ditmas Park. They are brilliant, beautiful kids, and they have 2 cousins that live down the street, Kenny and Karina, down the street from them.
Oh, got it.
It's 2 brothers that live down the street from each other that both live in Ditmas Park.
Everyone loves Raymond.
Yeah. Hey, everybody loves Raymond. Yeah. So they you know what's so funny about Everybody Loves Raymond? Yeah. It was shot in Lynbrook. When you watch Everybody Loves Raymond, he lives in Lynbrook.
This is some real suburban shit.
Yeah. We're going really suburban heavy here. But I'll tell you, there's advantages and disadvantages to everything. But I think the advantage to living in Lynbrook is that it's attainable. If I want to buy a house, right? If I want to buy a house and I'm a young couple and I want to go to the suburbs, I'm concerned about school. My kid's turning 3. Exactly what I was.
Right.
Exactly what I was. Right. My wife's a professional. I do what I do. Right.
I'm tired of driving around looking for parking. In
right. Well, luckily we always had parking. That was something when we lived where we lived. We had 2 parking spots. So luckily we always had that. But what I'm saying is that when we were looking for a house and we were like, look, should we pay for private school? Because at the time we only had Saria and stay in Queens and be closer to the Bronx and all this stuff.
Right.
Or should we bite the bullet? Right. And should we go out to the burbs? Right. Because Lynbrook was not on the radar. Right. I never heard of it.
It's funny you say that. West Harrison, not on our radar.
So how did you find your house?
So it's funny. At the time, oh my God, what year is this? 2026, 2016, 2015, we were looking for the house. I was looking for a house. And I don't know if you've been in the industry this long or you've been looking for a house long enough. House would come on the market, it would sell. Like the day it would come on, had multiple offers, just like kind of what we're in now.
Right.
But it was worse. You go to we would drag my son to open houses and it'd be lines out the door. So this house had come on the market. I made an offer on it without seeing it, and then saw it that Friday, and
the rest is history.
And the only reason why I love that
Who was
house,
the agent?
Deborah. Shout out to Deborah Padawar from Coldwell Banker. She might be semi-retired now.
Now, did you represent yourself in the transaction?
Damn right. Had the best agent known to
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
And to get my house, my agent told me point blank no.
So it was probably more competitive than it was.
So my house, there was in my neighborhood my house is 100% brick.
Yeah.
And my neighborhood, for some reason, people even as a realtor, I didn't know how much people love brick houses, right? But they call it timeless,
And especially immigrants.
Right.
Brick.
So at the same time I saw my house, there was another couple that was interested in the house, and they had an agent. And this agent was one of the worst agents. The person I bought my house from, I'm not going to blow her up, but she was a terrible agent. Terrible. When I tell you terrible, she was horrific. Just a terrible person. And we ended up getting our house, right?
Tell me why you mad, son.
What? No, I can't tell you that. But I'll just tell you this. We ended up getting the house, and which was great, right? And now I'm so thankful, that we ended up getting it, because today I hear the struggles of purchasing these homes. That's why I always think to myself, you know what? If people can commit to Nassau County, but one of the big problems that a lot of people have, like for you, your in-laws live up there.
Up there.
Right?
Yeah,
My in-laws live straight down Sunrise Highway onto the belt, straight down the belt. That was one of the reasons why I got lucky about my house.
Absolutely.
Without traffic, it's about 20 minutes.
And you need the support. I mean, if you have a family, you tell me how
I got a village, man. I am one lucky brother, man. I'm one lucky guy.
Look, you asked me today. Hey, my mother-in-law can go watch the
Yeah.
Right? Like it really takes a village. So if you are venturing to the suburbs, try, closer to your support systems, be closer to the people that you like and love, because it could be.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Look, I got friends of mine that are always talking smack about New York. I mean, constantly. One lives in Jersey, the other one lives in Nashville.
They probably talking about Long Island.
Right. I love these guys. I love them to death. But they're always talking smack about New York. It's overpriced. It's this, it's that. I always tell them the same thing. There's two reasons why I would not leave New York, right? Especially right now. Number one is because my family is here. My dad's 20 minutes from this office.
That's right.
My in-laws are 20 minutes from my house, right?
Yeah.
And I am a person that sees my family.
That's right.
I see my family, right? That's number one. And number two, diversity.
Yeah.
I love the diversity of New York. I love the fact that when my daughter goes out to play with the kids in the neighborhood, there's not one thing there.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Same on my block too.
Right. You're right. There's no dominant group in that neighborhood, like especially on my block, right? Like your boys are biracial, right? So I can only imagine that being biracial and being so embraced, it just makes life easier, right? It's just easier, right?
They don't even know,
right?
They don't know what they don't know, right? Keep it that way.
Let's shield them as much as we can, right? So
I want to add one more thing to what you said: diversity of food.
Oh, forget about that, man. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I like to eat a little bit, right? You know what I'm saying? I like to eat a little bit.
So
I've been known, but Mike's got this. No disrespect to anybody, but Mike's got this crackhead metabolism. Mike eats all day. Like, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous how, like, we're eating salads and Mike's eating, like, a burrito with rice. Like, I don't even want to get into it. Mike's got something going on. I don't know what's going on, but it's going on. Anyways, but the diversity of foods. It is true. The diversity of foods. But one of the things
good food. Like, I was in Middletown, Connecticut this weekend.
Right.
And I ordered fish and chips.
Oh, that's my baby.
Yeah, but not from when you in New York, when you order fish and chips, it's gonna be like some really cool look, like flounder, right? Like
right. What'd you get?
It was like a triangle thing that was like frozen in a patty.
So it was. They gave you like Gordon's Fisherman
like
fish.
A Gordon's Fisherman's fish.
Right.
That's exactly it, dude.
Right. And so
I was so like,
I hear that.
I miss New York.
I hear that. Because let me tell you, the fish and chips. I mean, look, even in New York, you could even go to the Cheesecake Factory.
Get fish and chips.
I get a great fish and chips in New York. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
bro.
you can even go to the Cheesecake Factory. You know what makes one of the best fish and chips in New York? Yard House.
They do.
Yard House is one of the best fish and chips I've ever had.
And the tuna.
Oh, good.
Joes are insane.
Look, we're getting off topic here, Mike.
All right, lastly.
I'm going to say this.
19,
Which one,
18,
which market is better? Choose Lynbrook if you want better affordability, more homes to choose from, easy Long Island Railroad commute, walkable downtown lifestyle, and strong value around $800K.
And if you want to
choose West Harrison if you want larger homes, right? Higher end neighborhoods, more land, right? A Westchester location, right? And long-term appreciation potential.
There you go, baby.
So both have their good.
They're both great. They're both great.
They
places.
Really are,
They're
right?
both great
but
places.
hold on 1 second. Let's look at disadvantages here, right?
So,
Let's look at this.
Hold on, father.
Right. Disadvantages of West Harrison: much lower inventory. Homes routinely receive multiple offers. All right.
Multiple.
Higher property taxes. That's interesting because mine's are higher than yours, but higher property tax. And higher household income is generally needed to comfortably purchase here, right? Disadvantages of Lynbrook, none. Have a great day, everybody. All right, have a great day, everyone. And that's it, everyone. Have a good one. You guys take care.